Disc jockey Martin Baillie is a familiar face on Video 2 and also a familiar voice on Springbok Radio. Now his career is taking a slightly different direction. Over to you, Martin. Locke.
Martin Baillie.
Martin Locke, it's nice to have you in the studio. Now, why do you feel that you could move from prime time onto Video 2 without it affecting your career too much? I know you failed as a jockey, you had the right height, the weight was a bit of a problem, but we could trim back the hair that's covering the bald spots. But why did that career fail?
I suppose you've come here to pick up a few tips for Video 2.
Hey? Video 2 doesn't need tips. Go for it. It's all yours.
Martin,
are you nervous?
I'm nervous having somebody like you in the studio.
Yeah. I'm nervous being here. I've seen you interview some people.
What are you going to do on your new show?
What am I going to do? I'm going to do a funny breakfast show.
Why is it going to be funny?
Why? Because people should wake up in the morning and smile. When I say funny, it's not a comedy show as such. It's just the things that you say and the way that you say them, hopefully. I tend to be ambiguous sometimes, which is...
There's a lot of competition out there from the independents, and how do you really believe that you can take on radio today?
It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. I've been listening to the station. I don't know whether if I could compete with that sort of pulling power, but I'm going to do my darndest. I really am going to try.
Do you believe that the more mature listener will listen to a real pop station if you do the right...
Well, think about the more mature listeners. You're talking about people that used to listen to things like Rock with Locke, the over 70s.
That's right.
I think they'll listen to anything. If they would listen to Rock with Locke... Seriously now. What are you going to plug in for the station?
I'm keen to know how you think that you can put this 3 hours together all on your own and keep that vibe going.
It's radio is something that I've wanted to do all my life. I was brought up in Belfast, so one was taught, the first thing you did, you went out and got yourself a good trade, you see. Son, get a trade, because if what you want to do fails, you can make money. So I got my trade, and then that was it. It was radio from there on in. I failed for 7 years. 7 years knocking on doors and doing tapes and all the rest of it. And through the whole of that time, you learn things from people. Someone is always prepared to drop you a hint. I mean, some of the big boys in this country and overseas, you meet them in a corridor and say, I'm going for an interview, what do you think I should do? You know, say leave, or, I mean, people are quite helpful in that way. And I think it's all been working towards this. And I'm really looking forward to going on to the Afrikaans service and doing the breakfast show.
But why did you get turned down so many times by the SABC and by Northern Ireland Broadcasting?
Because I was terrible. No, the Irish used to say I had too English a voice. The English, when I went to the UK, said that my voice was Irish. When I came to South Africa, they said, no, can't understand a word you're saying. Because I had a tendency always to speak very fast. I mean, very, very fast. Machine gun type thing.
You're not changing.
Pardon?
You haven't changed.
You speak very slowly, don't you?
Well, I want to tell you one thing, that there must be half a dozen disc jockeys, in my opinion, my humble opinion, in South Africa, who can really hold a show and really do it, and who are really great. And in my opinion, Martin Baillie is one, and we wish him a lot of luck on Radio 5.
Thank you very much.